What's up, 2048? How's it going? Inspired me to get animation as a hobby for myself. Hey, nice. I'm glad I could help. Animation's a fun hobby.
Alert. I'm detecting Covenant movement.
Yeah, it's cool, man.
Analyzing.
You know, it's get good enough, you can turn it into a job as well. And never work a day in your life. What they always say. Three four three needs you, not gonna lie. Nah. They're all good. Yeah, this is my 2048. I never, nor will I ever use Blender.
Initiate.
Ooh, invert. Uh,
Overload.
Parsec. I originally tried mine with Blender, it's just had easy to use near the beginning. That's fair.
That's it. I'm shutting you down.
They're very similar bits of software, to be honest. It's kind of a case of if you've learned one, you can learn the other just as easy. It's just finding where the buttons are. I've just grown up using Maya, so Maya's my go-to, and it can do everything that I need it to. Got speed animate tonight. I made a simple animation of camera movement in Blender. It took me like 5 hours to render, then I realized I had OID, then changed to optics. I had OID. I have no idea what OID is. But it's good that optics made it faster. Hey, Chromatic. I don't need to try Blender and Cycles. It's not quite as good as Redshift.
A fool for coming here.
Oh, denoiser. Oh. I see. I actually don't denoise anything. I probably should, but denoising stuff doesn't work well with animation. What is the average time for your PC to render, let's say, an episode? It's hard to say on an episode. It's more because it depends on how many shots and what's involved in the shot. Yo, it's a clean hallway. It is a clean hallway. Right now it is. Halo 3 remake. It will be coming after episode 3 is done. I have no idea when. I'm gonna stop giving deadlines because they're hard to hit. When I've got like work and everything going on at the same time. But I am gonna be working on it after episode 3. Chromatic, feel free to put the soundtrack on for yourself, but I think I'll get DMCA'd for ODST music, so it's just going to be the Halo 2 soundtrack. It's running with no audio? Oh, you turn the audio off, nice. What is the plan for the Halo 3 stuff? I'm going to attempt to do a version of the final cutscene where you just finish the Warthog run, you jump into the hangar. So I'm just going to be remaking that cutscene in my own style. Nothing big, but it could look cool.
Ayo, fuck you, Josh.
Oh, hey, Kawaii.
How's it going?
It's going alright. How are you?
Great.
Nice.
Waiting for this guy to get online so he can send me some files. I've been staring at his name on Discord for like almost 12 hours, waiting for him to go online.
Oof. It's fine. That Halo 3 or 2 L2 shotgun. It's all custom. Everything is custom made in my stuff. I don't rip any assets. It's based off of the Halo 2 / Halo 1 shotgun. You have to lift your leg sooner, sir. What are you up to, Kawhi?
Other than waiting for that guy to get online, nothing really.
Did you finish that Wonder Woman thing you're doing?
That what?
The Wonder Woman render thing you're doing?
Oh yeah, I didn't think that looked very good, so I just stopped it.
Fair enough. What have you got on the go at the moment, or not really anything?
Right now, so that guy that I was talking about, Diggle, whatever the fuck, that makes those badass Star Wars models that I was posting.
Oh,
those,
yeah,
really
yeah.
fucking hot ones. I made a render for him. I finished it like the other day, and I sent it to him. And I'm supposed to be doing another that I'm actually excited about. Like the other one was just to. I fucking hate that channel. I go to click on the stream chat and I click on the wrong thing. Anyways, yeah, so I finished a render for him and I'm waiting for him to get online because he was gonna send me models to do another one. And this one
I see.
I'm excited about doing, so I'm just waiting for him to wake up or get on.
Nice.
Look in stream chat. He's gonna send me these.
A fool for coming
Tab Darkness, thank you for the follow, man. Sorry if I missed anyone else who's followed.
And there's a black version of the silver one and a silver version of the black one. They both have 2 skins, right? And
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they look sick. Is that the Dark Trooper?
Yeah, Dark Trooper.
Nice. It's
In
like it's
the
quite a
lore-
cool little style to it.
Dude, I know
It
there's
looks
cool-
kind of like
cool.
Bad Batch in a way.
Yeah, it's kind of like, it reminds me of like Bad Batch mixed with like kind of Warhammery.
Yeah. I agree. It's very Warhammery. It's really cool. I like it. Are they all renders?
No, those aren't my renders. I'm waiting for him to send me the models. Those are his
Ah.
renders.
Yeah, they look quite nice.
Yeah. In the lore, the like first Dark Troopers are like cyborg clone troopers, and it was against their will. It's like these clone troopers are getting old real quick. No, just throw them in a robot body. Okay. And so they all like killed themselves, and it was like some RoboCop kind of body horror type shit. And I want to do a render that's like that, like a Darth Vader kind of medical table type thing, where it's a clone trooper with like pretty much just like a head and kind of like some internal organs inside of the Dark Trooper armor, kind of T-posing like on an armor stand type thing, and he's got like cables and shit and like exposed like brain and shit, just like some body horror kind of cyborg.
Yeah,
Dr. Frankenstein kind of stuff.
that'd be cool. That'd be a cool render to see.
Yeah.
What is the plan for Halo 3 stuff? I think I might have read that already, but yeah, my Halo 3 stuff is just like remastering a few of the cutscenes in my own little style. It's a little side project. It's quite fun. Keep up the good work. Thanks, Blocko, man. Do you have a tow rig? Just think about the way the foot impacts the ground. There is a tow rig, but that will come like right at the end. There's no point in worrying about tows and stuff right now. The animation's always changing. run, not look. Oof. Thanks, man. Appreciate you stopping by the stream. Which this makes me depressed by how complicated rigging is. Rigging is pretty complicated. Really satisfying. Always struggle with it. Much prefer animating objects moving environments. Less the uncanny vanishing with movements. Yeah, animating characters is hard. Slow process, but you kind of like have to sketch it out in a way where the animation kind of remains looking bad right up until the last kind of few passes, and then everything kind of comes together. So it will look like it won't look right for a while, and then right at the end when I clean up stuff, it will hopefully come together. This game. Doing this properly, I'll be using reference, by the way. I wouldn't take that. I wouldn't look at this and think this is how you meant to animate. You meant to really be using reference. I'm just trying to speed run it. Redbone, delicious fried chicken, nice. Was it a good Redbone?
Got a rug burn?
Redbone say cook some fried chicken.
Oh, red bone.
Fix this. For a speedrun, it's pretty sick so far. I mean, this is the last shot. I'm literally on the last shot, which is why I'm streaming quite a lot at the moment. I'm so close to finishing it. Oh, I've been using Unity to make games for a couple of years, but still can't get the cutscene to look right. What software would you recommend? I think most game cutscenes, unless it's like an in-game cutscene, in which case you just use the same software. If it's pre-rendered cutscene, then I guess it depends on what's available to you. You can use Blender to make them, you can use Maya. It's entirely on what's available and what you're most comfortable with. I would use Maya personally because it's what I know.
Jeez Christ.
What's good, Carrot? Why are you saying Jesus Christ, Kawhi?
I'm perusing the Battlefront 2 mod nexus, and there's an upload that is awful. Just a bit of thinking out loud, as it were.
Would you consider remaking to the CA cutscene?
No.
I probably would. I know that there is a team of artists that are trying to remake all the cutscenes. I'm kind of interested to see how they're set out before I do mine. Because if they're really good, there's not much point in me doing it. Unless theirs turn out not so great, in which case I would give it a go.
You should do the canon scene in the canon book Halo the Flood where Master Chief takes a shower.
On Cortana and like those weird shits in.
No.
Bruh.
Don't you ever say bruh to me again.
Dynasty,
Buddy.
what cutscene would you recommend? I can't actually remember all the CEA cutscenes, if I'm honest. I probably wouldn't do a Flood one because I've done a lot of Flood stuff, so I'd probably just do one that doesn't have a lot of marine faces in it. Those human faces are tough to make look correct.
I have an idea. It's a scene from the book, though it's not technically a cutscene. Master Chief is fighting a bunch of Flood on the last level of the Maw, and he's getting overwhelmed, and an infection form jumps on the back of his neck and almost infects him, but Cortana does like an EMP burst type thing from his armor, blowing up the infection form that's like it's like in his skin, infecting him, but she blows it up like just in time. That could be cool.
That'd be pretty cool to do.
Do like some sparky effects, big ol' EMP, the Flood around him get like propelled back a little bit. Or fried or something. Be neat. You should really read the books. There's so much material there. Like you could have shit to animate for years.
Yeah,
Didn't they mention in one of the books that Johnson actually supposedly was actually immune to the Flood the entire time?
Well, yeah, I mean that you in the book and in the game you see him die, quote unquote, in that cutscene. But at the start of First Strike, the book that takes place between Halo 1 and Halo 2, you find Johnson floating above the ring world in a pelican, and Master Chief is like, I saw you get infected. What the fuck? And then Johnson's like, oh, he just jumped on me and jumped off. Weird. And then it's like, oh, you're immune. Okay.
Oh, he's actually immune.
Johnson's immune
yeah.
to the flood.
How do they?
If Johnson is, then shouldn't John be too?
No.
Why is Johnson?
Johnson has Bourne syndrome.
What's that?
It does something to your nervous system. So I guess technically anybody with Bourne syndrome is immune to the flood.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting.
They say, well, they keep it vague. They say he has Bourne syndrome, and then they also say he has a lot of exposure to plasma grenade explosions that like would irradiate his body, and so maybe that's why they kind of like leave it kind of vague. There's like the 2 or 3 reasons as to why.
So, is it like just radiation, augmentations, and Bourne syndrome?
That too. It's like they say. She's like, oh, I don't know. He's got Bourne syndrome, radiation, and he was a Spartan. I don't know. Weird. Like that. So there's like a couple, but they really lean on the Bourne syndrome one. So you could probably say the Bourne syndrome one is the main one.
Quickly do a bit of pending check.
It would be kind of derivative of what you're doing now, but when Master Chief goes into the flood containment thing on Installation 04, like that level when the flood first break out, it's pretty wild in the books. Like he runs around and shit, and like a Marine that he's recognized from the video, and I guess just recognized in general, comes out and he's like, hey, Marine's name, let's get out of here. And the Marine has like a bunch of tentacles explode out of his body, shit, and like attacks Chief with them. The book's pretty wild.
I'm definitely gonna be doing a transformation shot
In this one or in general?
in this series, just not in this episode. And I've got a whole thing that a whole kind of story that I need to kind of plan out, but I have the ideas I've blocked out in my head, which would be pretty cool.
Did you already model a Marine set, or like?
No, not yet.
Oh.
Is it gonna be a Marine?
It's in that vein, but
You know who Genazeshin is?
no.
That name sounds familiar, but I don't know why. Alright, psych, I know why now. I looked them up.
Langy, I don't know if I'll be streaming tomorrow. I might take tomorrow off to chill. And then Tuesday I'll probably stream. The final cutscene would where I'd start personally boarding the longsword. That could be quite cool. I probably wouldn't do the legendary one because it's got Johnson in it and like the face and stuff. But the one where Chief boards the longsword would be super easy. And there's no faces.
You would just have the model the Mark V, and that's pretty much it. The longsword interior.
Yeah. One of the Mark
Useful
V wouldn't be
I'll be right back.
difficult to pick
Yeah,
out,
I'm sure
I don't
that's
think.
grease for you. Yeah.
I saw Additive's VST models or whatever it was, or Marines,
Oh my
or
God.
whatever it was. Was it the Marine?
Yeah, it was the pilot Marine.
It looked pretty sick.
It looked amazing. Yeah, it looked really good.
It did look pretty cool. I think I don't know. I can't tell if it's the focal length he's using to render his stuff, but it makes them look really out of proportion.
Yeah, it is. It's
And
the
that-
focal.
Is it the focal
Just
length or is it the
judging-
actual model?
Judging off the actual shots, it's probably just a focal. I don't think it's actual proportions because he models.
But like he needs to fix
proportion.
that then, because the focal length make his models look worse than they are. Then
He's
Hmm.
always he's never been a good shot how do I say this? He's never been.
Positive?
Yeah, I mean his like hard surface modeling stuff like is really good. It's good. It's good work, and his texturing work is pretty nice as well.
What are we talking about?
His,
Okay.
his shaders look a little bit stylized, but I think that's kind of like the style of all his stuff, which is cool. Like I like it. It's just like the proportions look weird, and I think his organic sculpting's not the strongest. Like I can't talk because I can't sculpt faces, but I feel like his hard surface is miles better than his organic.
I thought you were an organic guy, kinda.
No, not at all. I can't sculpt faces. Faces are like you need to have been sculpting faces for years to sculpt
Anatomy,
convincing
bro. You need to
faces.
understand human skull anatomy.
Like there
Physical.
are modelers at work who sculpt every day who still can't sculpt faces properly. It's that difficult.
Jesus.
Like people will say they can and they'll make a face and it will look alright, but it will always look off in some way. Like I think there's like one guy, if you go on Instagram and look at a guy called Ian Spriggs, and he makes 3D, he sculpts 3D people and they literally look real. Like you can't tell they're CG. He's probably the most talented like face sculptor I think I've ever seen.
Who?
Ian Spriggs?
Is he the guy that does the GTA stuff?
No.
Bro.
I don't mean for GTA. I mean he.
So
does
as
GTA stuff.
as an example,
I'm looking. Yeah, it looks pretty good.
this is CG. Everything.
Are you streaming it?
No, he's streaming on Twitch, I think. Right. Or
Twitch.
Oh yeah, I've
Twitch
seen
and
that.
YouTube. Like
That's CG.
it's entirely CG. Everything.
Holy fuck.
He is phenomenal. But like all of his work is perfect. Like
Oh, he did the Oat Studio monsters.
yeah,
actually.
he is like one of the most like convincing. Look at this. Like you can't tell it's CG. It's so good.
Oh, he did the guy in the white V-neck? I've seen that one before. I didn't know that was the same guy. Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, dude. Like, but this is all he does. All he does is just like photo real like headshots, like
I think her hand is kind of uncanny in the one you just showed. The one with her hand on her head.
This one.
I don't know. It's like 20 seconds behind.
No, the one that you showed with the
I mean,
the chick with her hand. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's pretty damn good.
I think it looks pretty photoreal.
It's pretty fucking good. Like
I don't notice any uncanny.
the camera move makes this look worse, but like as a still, it is
Oh, that's weird. I don't like that when
pretty
it moves.
insane. Yeah, when it moves, it kind of looks weird, but yeah, he's like
Looks like a fucking caveman.
I kind
Looks like Hassan, the streamer.
Hassan Piker.
Maybe.
Okay, again. Lone Wolf. How long does it take you to texture a scene?
Texture
Not
a
long.
scene.
BRB.
I could probably texture everything in episode 3 in a day, probably. But I've worked out all my shaders, and it's just kind of drag and drop and paint a few bits out. It's super quick. That's because I spent time
you just use
making
color maps, right?
color maps.
What do you say?
What are you talking about?
I'm saying like, so like when someone will go into Maya or whatever, they get done modeling, and they'll just take certain parts of it and make materials, but color them. So when they go into software like Substance, wait, I don't think you use Substance, do you? You use Maya.
I use Substance. No, I don't know. Never used Marion. It's so slow and sluggish. I use Substance, but like I've just got materials that I've made in Substance that look pretty convincing. Do you need one access to ripped in-game models and sounds? I've already got all the sounds, but I don't need the models. I have Reclaimer myself if I ever want to look at the models from the games, but I don't really use rip stuff The only reason I would use it is to get the scale correct, like between the models. Apart from that, I would never really use them. Asked to use Mark
I can
is the
never
Mark 5 True
imagine.
Anniversary custom endorsed by the creator chief himself. I'll leave that one with him. He's doing his own thing with his Halo stuff. Looks pretty sweet. I turn motion blur on with this. Is it gonna work? Motion blur makes everything easier to and MetaHuman's like it's okay. It's a cool tool. It still doesn't look real. Like it, I haven't seen anything from MetaHuman where I've looked at it and gone, "Yeah, I'm convinced by that." Yeah, motion blur makes everything look better.
Yeah, imagine if Marcus Little actually let you use his Mark 5 set. That would be cool.
I don't think Marcus Leto's Mark 5 looks that cool.
I'm gonna be honest. I think it's cool that he's doing it, and I love that he's like doing another version of it. I personally don't like the Mark 5, and I don't think his version. It's not how I would redesign it as like a remaster.
The Mark 5 is my favorite. I just don't think that that one looks very great. But
Um. I do like MetaHuman. I wish it was available to everyone, not just UE4 people. I think that's a really annoying thing that they've done. Like, even if they put it up as like a price where you could like pay for it, it would be cooler than just saying no unless you use it in Unreal. It's such a cool tool.
They did the same thing with most.
It's really annoying.
Sponsored projects like what was it, Mega Scans and Quick Scans, and what was it, the other product they did as well? Can't remember the name. Just like 3 projects they have under their belt. It's like exclusively only for use in UE4/5, whatnot. But you can still use in other softwares, but it costs you money for that. So, I mean, I guess that's all right for people who desperately want to use that stuff, but still kind of weird to me.
Yeah. Need small.
what the fuck?
My graph has. It's a Blackwood-fying Phantom. I do wonder how that happened. I mean, to be honest, I've done that before, where I've submitted shots at work where a ship would be like flying backwards or something without realizing. It's a very easy mistake to make. It's just up to the higher ups to spot it.
When you say flying backwards, what do you mean?
Like, say it's like, what's a ship? There's like the longsword, for example. If you just like turn around like it's in reverse, but you flew it forwards.
Oh, okay, cool. I see what you.
Yeah, Kingdom. I haven't worked on the run stuff. It's just moving away from that pose in the moment. So I can judge the timing. Everything will look wrong until it's 90% finished. Sort out the step. When I print and paint a model, although I find challenging process is the most enjoyable aspect of the view. I kind of just get in the zone. Like, you'll see when I'm streaming, I'll go quiet because I'm focused on what I'm doing, and I'll like hone in on certain thing. You'll see me. I'm playing back the thing over and over again because I'm looking at different parts of them. But yeah, if I'm like really focused, I'll just go like dead quiet. It's pretty relaxing. It can be frustrating when something just is like you only know when the idea works when it's almost finished, and then if it doesn't work, you got to start again. But I think done so far gonna work.
How many more shots you got left, Josh?
This is it. This is the final shot.
Intro.
I have to render one other shot, but it's just a door, so it's super quick to render. So I'm not really focused on that until this is all finished, and then I just need to composite and do sound effects. It's finished.
Cool.
I'm literally that close. This shot is just a fairly animation heavy shot because it's all of this and then him running as well.
Dude, the leg movement there, like when he's like kind of like skipping back and reorienting, I don't know why, but that's really satisfying.
Hey,
Show me again, or show it again.
I need to clean it all up, but
Leg skip? What leg skip are you referring to?
just him hopping sideways.
Looks really natural, obviously.
Hopefully it will when it's done. looks a little bit janky at the moment, but it's more so I can read where the hips are going to go. That's where everything kind of comes from. Who's? Make him hop into the run. So he like jumps straight into the run. Yeah, I think he was step.
I had the best interaction ever with Marcus Leto.
Yeah.
I have to find it. I don't know if I can. But I gave him some. Let me find it. It'd be funnier if I got the exact quote.
Range, I saw you made the thing. I followed you. Am I your first follower?
Yeah.
Yes.
What did Fringe make?
I have a twatter.
Fucking twat.
What's your
What's
what's your fucking name on Twitch?
Yeah,
You made
what's
it-
your name?
Twitch or Twitter,
Oh, there you go. Davey
Same
Space Jones Space VFX.
or just at Davy Jones VFX. Try to just get rid of the spaces.
Is it Davy Jones VFX?
Also, is this plagiarism? Because you have
It-
VFX in your name.
I really couldn't care less.
Why Davy Jones?
'Cause that's his
Um,
YouTube.
My buddy used to call me that, or he calls me that like as in an endearing way. So I thought, hey, I'll just use that because my name's Davis, and that's kind of close to Davy. Close enough. I just like it.
You don't have to explain your name to people.
Yes, you do.
You know what, Kawhi? You're fired.
Far away is.
Kawhi followed me.
No, I did not.
You don't even like the stuff I make.
No, I give you good constructive feedback. You mistake that for dislike. That's your prerogative.
I was just joking, but
I don't like that, huh? Okay, buddy? I don't like jokes. Okay, pal?
No fun allowed.
Yeah, no fun, no jokes, no sarcasm, no exaggerations, no metaphors, no sir.
bit aggressive there. What did you think?
Perhaps. Yeah.
So, all right,
Yeah.
here, Kawhi, because you, or actually, should I just ask Josh? How do you tag something in Twitter to like?
Yeah, you
Like,
just
how
put
do you
at,
add someone?
like you put the
Oh
at
no, like
sign.
hashtags, like, because like
Just put
Kawhi
hashtag.
or you guys are in the actual Halo sphere. Do you just put the according hashtags?
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean? Like, do I, like, or do I hashtag Halo stuff, or what do you mean?
Yeah, like if I want to put progress pic of my carrier or something.
Yeah, look in stream chat. I just do this. And for everything I post, I have like the title, like a little detail, and then something like if the model is by somebody, and then at the very bottom line, I have hashtag this space, hashtag that, this, that, etc. That's the way I do it.
Okay, and can you post more than one image at a time, or is it not?
You
good
can
to do
post
that?
4.
Okay.
You can post 4, and they appear in a quad type of thing, a grid of 4. Or you can post I don't know if you can post a video, I haven't tried. But if your stuff isn't like 16 by 9, it'll be cropped like this. Like, or I guess maybe not in the embed, but if you look at that, like, I don't know. I guess I have to screenshot it. Like, right here, it's cropped, you know? So, make sure your stuff is 16:9 or be ready for it to get cropped. Dude, I would literally, like, shoot a dog for Dego to get online right now.
You heartless man.
A bit impatient. I'm gonna monetize my account on Twitter. You have to pay me $1 to be my tweets. You should do that, Josh.
Hmm?
Monetize your Twitter.
That sounds like a really stupid idea.
Nope, wrong. It's like a Patreon. You just they get
That's-
charged.
That's what Patreon's for.
What's Halo Spotlight about?
Halo Spotlight
it-
is like 343's art
Take it away, Josh.
community thing.
So I should definitely include that.
Yeah.
If you're tweeting out like a picture or something that's Halo related, yeah.
If you want it
It's
to
worth doing
be
it.
on the, if you want it to be featured on Halo Spotlight, you should post Halo Spotlight or
Yeah.
put hashtag Halo Spotlight.
Okay.
And then at the end of every month, there's a blog where they do fan art and videos and tweets. It could be in there.
Chances are you'll probably get in if you post your ring stuff. Or your cruiser, whatever it is that you're posting.
Yeah. Sometimes they also put like furry crayon art in the spotlight though, so it's not necessarily, and if it's good, it'll
Yeah.
be there, you know?
Okay.
Oh, I was really cool and made everything on a slight angle. That's really helpful.
Nice.
How do I do this to me?
I don't know. Yeah, who the fuck is typing?
Oh, my bad. See, I thought I had like automatic cancellation.
Now we can get rid of this. Now I can animate a run without actually being able to stick.
Alright, I just got 4 hashtags for this. Halo, Halo Spotlight, V-Ray, 3DS Max. I don't know what else to put.
I'll do it.
Space debris? Huh?
You gotta like you gotta like embarrass yourself. You gotta go hashtag Halo CE, hashtag Halo fan art, hashtag Halo 3D, hashtag Halo Blender 3D, hashtag Halo Blender. You know, cast a wide net.
Hashtag I'm a Blender artist.
Hashtag Blender artist.
Ah, fuck, I used the wrong picture. God damn it. Well, delete.
Timing wise. far down.
Highest quality fan-made Halo shorts. For
Hey,
now.
get off my profile.
For now. Do I ever make anything?
Me too. Let's judge the timing on this. Did you put a tweet out, Fringe?
I did. I'm gonna put another one out with the ring in a second. Should I space them out, man? I don't know how to do this content creator thing.
Timing feels good. Now we animate. Yeah, it's kind of funny, isn't it? Betting his dominance, floating down the hallway without any legs. There's some Halo 3 music. Halo 3 first. Halo 3. Oop. I retweeted your tweet, by the way, Fringe.
Yeah, I just noticed I got a follower. Thank
Hey,
you.
Hopefully you'll get a few hundred.
Dude, that'd be sick.
I mean, I kind of expect it. Your work's good.
Thanks, man.
Like
Every
good,
6
I
months
mean
that I make
shit.
something.
Hey, welcome to my world.
Yeah, but you're faster than me. I am really slow.
Funny thing is, I have to make a super carrier next.
Super carrier?
You know the ship that you made.
That's the regular carrier.
Oh, what's the difference? I thought they're called super carriers.
So the cruisers are like the ones, the smaller blue ones, like in Halo 1, the Truth and Reconciliation. Carriers, or CAS class, is Half-Jaw's flagship, and then the super carriers is the gigantic one from Reach that was cloaked.
Imagine calling
It's like
yourself
10
Halo
times.
VFX and not
It's like 5 or
knowing
10
this.
times bigger than a cast. I know this is really like nitpicky and like cringed lore stuff, but that's how it is.
I need to make a carrier then. They're fairly big ones.
Actually, what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to look up the resources of Halo lore and
Hey, Halo lore is pretty cool.
As I push my glasses up to the bridge of my nose.
Design difference internally. I need to make sure that design difference is accounted for. Bonk. Hershey.
Damn, 20 likes already? Jeez. Thank you, Josh.
Right? Good work.
Posted one of the ring as well. Let's see how that one does.
Oh, I see. Fishing for retweets. I know your game.
Hey, man, it's there. Yeah, it's up to you.
Nah, your ring's sick. I love it.
I'll have more to show soon, because I got like 2 more variants of that debris field to make, and then I can start actually like blocking out shots.
Seeing him run, I keep picturing Dead Space 1 where Isaac gets yanked down the corridor. I need to play Dead Space 1. I'll probably get a good bit of inspiration from that game.
They're making a remaster, Josh.
I know. I saw the they kind of showed off like the lighting changes and stuff. It looks so much better than the original, like look wise. So I think when it comes out I'm gonna get it. I'll probably stream whilst I'm playing it. It's a bit of a jump scare game, isn't it?
It's a scary one, yeah.
I'm terrible at scary games, but they're really fun.
It's pretty action-y. I think you'll enjoy yourself.
Nice. I wonder when it's coming out. Hey, Lost File. The rules say don't post anything, but you're safe. Get out of here, Mountain G. That's funny. I'm not. I don't agree with anything you say. Have you ever tried running like that? I have. Not falling flat on face when I did it. I think I have. Hard, but these guys are trained Spartans, right? We haven't played Halo in weeks. I know. Once episode 3 is done, I'll be going back to playing some MCC. I just really want to get this stuff done. Thanks, Manji. Let's hope for this shot the camera's located to the end of the corridor so there's a response. We're into the shotgun is even doing gradually up. It slowly dollies in. It waits for what's chasing him. I felt like that. It's like winter's really crept up on us. I was like walking back from visiting my parents today, my girlfriend's. We got off the train. It was like pitch black, and it was like 8 o'clock. And I was like, pretty sure it should be sunny until 10 still, but not anymore. Fringe, what are you up to? You here? There's an Hair is still good today. Thanks, man. My hair like never changes. I'm gonna get a haircut though, so it's gonna be a lot shorter soon. Look like an egg. I did get worried, I have to admit, but luckily people like around us aren't that stupid to buy toilet paper of all things. I think I had already like bought a whole load, like literally that week before the pandemic. We just needed some in the flat. I was pretty fortunate in that sense. Yeah, people reacted in such a weird way.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Tuna.
Hey,
Hey, everybody, it's Chris.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, Chris.
How's it going, everybody?
Chris, I feel like you jumped on right as soon as I jumped on.
You both literally joined at the same time.
Yeah, and I was like, wow. What are you guys up to?
I'm animating a run really badly, but
For your episode?
yeah. Especially because I'm not using reference, you know. We all know what a run looks like, right? Pandemic beginning for me. I saved my mother in a mountain home. 12 was nice. Got a home in the mountains. That's sick.
Let's see how you're doing it.
It's very much straight ahead.
Yeah.
Not planned properly at all. And as a result, looks kind of shit.
Oh, you working from the hips and legs contacts? Nice.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense.
There's no real methodology to this. It's literally just like I'm going through and I'm like, oh, it's like loads of speed changes and stuff, which don't really make sense.
Oh, is this the hallway scene?
Yeah, this is me just like blocking it out.
Yeah. It's weird because for scenes like this, I tend to go with primitive first before I even do a
I
natural run.
I just go like
Yeah.
full on with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I do like that skip, that backwards, like
Little backwards hop.
yeah, the little backwards hop. Yeah. Like
Like,
oh shit,
Again,
oh
no
shit.
reference used.
Yeah.
Because I'm an idiot, but you know, I think it works. I've done so much body mechanics that I feel like I can judge where the weight and everything should be. Like this is like just blocking out at the moment. I need to go through and like clean everything up and fix all the shit. Just need to get these steps in.
So what are the rest of you ladies up to?
Chris is back.
An opportunity.
Opportunity.
Yes.
Omni-Man versus Squidward.
Seen that.
Isn't SpaceX launching the True thing today? Like the civilian launch?
Not sure.
Oh, Fringe, just a quick question. Do we have an MELB mission enhanced little bird?
No, it's part of
Mods?
RHS. You can delete it.
Downloading another mod. Trying to keep them separate.
Did it already export? Save it.
I probably could turn it into a cycle later on. I'm hoping by that point I'll have a mocap suit, so I can just get a rough run properly. So I have the Nerf assault rifle at the back here, so I'd have a gun so I can hold, so I can run properly with it. And it'd be a lot easier for me to clean that stuff up than it would be for me to keyframe it. I wouldn't normally keyframe a run, because mocap will just look better.
Josh,
Yo,
what is the most talented animator you've ever seen?
Cameron Fielding.
You said what?
Cameron Fielding.
Cameron? Yeah.
He's honestly probably the most talented animator in the world, I think. To me.
Did you see his video that he posted the other day about motion blur built into Maya's camera or perspective camera 2.0? Ridiculous.
Wait, it's not this, is it? Like where you can turn it on.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's. He just posted it on Twitter and Vimeo like a week ago.
Dude, I
Lost
didn't even
my
know
mind.
he's still like using that stuff.
Like it's good for like play blasting and like just giving your play blast a little bit of a
I'm gonna hop
cleaner
off for
look.
a little bit.
See you, Paradox.
Oh, dude, he joined.
later.
Oh yeah. But I don't know.
Hello.
Opportunity?
Hey,
Opportunity. Don't misname me.
Good evening, Kawhi.
Shouty.
Oh, I wonder what the tool is actually doing behind the scenes.
right?
Oh, you can. He just puts up for free. Hell yeah. You download
Yeah, yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Well, steal. That's
Are you?
mine now.
Did you look at it through what do you call it? His LinkedIn? I mean his Twitter.
Yeah, I like his little testing that he's done with it.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it's all dynamics though, which is still cool.
It's still cool to see the
Nice and
possibilities.
jiggly. I mean, to be
Yeah.
honest, we have this stuff at work already. This isn't really. Yeah, this stuff's not new to me, but it's cool to have at
Oh,
home.
right. Yeah, I think it's pretty interesting for non-proprietary tools. Like,
I'm
when you're
I'm
doing your own
literally just
playbook.
interested in like the script itself to see how he's like done
Yeah.
it. Oh come on, script editor! Don't fuck me now, Jesus.
Yeah, so
There we go.
I'm really interested. I'm glad to see it's pretty dope.
Have a look at what you put in the script. That's massive.
right?
The script for what?
So
OS.
Cameron,
Okay.
Cameron Fielding, he posted a really cool like viewport 2.0 tool that it's kind of built in, but it helps
Oh, a
making
script.
Playblast look smooth.
Okay.
Yeah, through Playblast and not through a render, right? So it creates a little bit of a shadow and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, it's pretty cool. He posted it like last week, I think. Yeah, last Wednesday, and he posted a tool for free, so you can just download it and just use it.
Looking for anything that.
Get the fuck out of here, Fate.
What?
What?
Why? What the fuck?
Sorry, I wasn't sorry. I wasn't talking.
Mute your
to you.
mic.
I was-
Maybe
sorry.
mute.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude.
Oh my god.
What was he doing?
I was on the Marvel Leaks Discord and I saw something fucking crazy.
And he just had like the most emotional pipe reaction I've probably ever like heard from this dude.
Yeah.
Emotionally charged
like-
reaction I've ever heard.
I
from
mean,
him.
look at this. In
We all
stream
didn't say
chat.
anything for like a good 2 seconds, but it felt like eternity.
Look, that's
right?
what I. That's the fake leak, or it looks like a fake leak. That's what I saw that made me react like that. I was like, "Holy shit!" It's supposed to be a leak for the new Spider-Man movie.
Oh, I've seen these before. These are Abyssive models.
Right.
I was muted, but that
That
laughed.
was good. That was so good. Yeah.
Oh god.
That was amazing.
I'm gonna ask Abyssive to model that picture frame for me.
You should. Exactly what you should do.
$940, but sure.
Yeah.
More like 2,000, but okay.
I'm gonna play this to another time. It's gonna take way too long for me trying to figure this stuff out.
Dude, what the fuck, bro? I'm gonna sue
Boy, you gotta
Ubisoft.
put like 20% off the top there, man.
20% off your. Never mind.
No.
You can't play Rainbow right now. It's fucking annoying.
I quit Rainbow. Well, I didn't quit, but I've not played it in a while.
Okay.
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 Right.
All right.
Dude, you had the most derpy like profile picture I've ever seen, and it's been so consistent. Like he's had
Who?
how long you had that profile picture?
Oh.
Tuna. Dude's had this like little fish profile picture for like ages.
Oh yeah, I like it
Throughout
because
the ages, like
yeah. No, I know. It's just because my nickname is Tuna. I just kept the fish. It's the easiest thing to just tie it together, I guess. I could have put Magikarp on there, but I
wait,
don't.
forget where I just left off with the mapping. Which one is not done?
Cal, what are you making over there?
Color mapping stuff.
Oh, is that?
Not
Oh,
fun.
right. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's just bits and pieces. So I was like, what is that?
It's in bits and pieces. I was trying to specifically color map some things, but navigating it is kind of tricky. Gotta make the camera a certain foco to make it like easier.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Yeah, it looks correct to me. That one's not finished though. Yeah, it's a bit tricky. This
Is it tricky in the title?
I just don't like. Today I was gonna try to tackle UVing, but good God, mighty fucking Christ in heaven, give me strength with that shit.
It'll be about 5.5 minutes, like.
5 minutes, jeez. Oof.
5 minutes to UV.
Oh, I can just change the text to a PY, and it will just automatically understand it's a Python script instead of a text script. That's cool. Tuna tools, fast bake ge.py. Okay. Presentation, put this here. File new, open.
Oh, Tuna. I finally started playing God of War.
Oh, shit, yeah?
The new
Yeah.
one?
The 2018 one, right? Or the old
Yeah.
one? Dude, yes. How far you get?
I'm at the fight after you fight the mysterious fellow what comes to your cabin.
You a
Where
Stranger? Got it.
yeah, the stranger, where the boy decides to go jumping on a bridge and you fall down and have to fight 20,000 Draugr. And I'd be a good chunk further along if I hadn't decided to play on the hardest difficulty,
Of course. Oh my gosh.
which is not a very good way to learn the combat system.
It gets
Oh no.
easier. I started it on the
Well,
hardest
on
difficulty.
Give Me God of War, it's hard though. But it
No, it was hard, but like it gets easier.
Yeah, it's getting easier all the time. It's just God, those
Oh.
tiny little incremental things they're giving you to make it easier are very, very far spaced apart.
Wait until you fight the Dark Elves.
I do have to say there's at one point you might accidentally open a gate to a mirror gate that you can start fighting the Valkyries, right? They're not meant to do it while you're trying to finish the game. Do it after you've gotten most of the good armor. Just for sure. That like I know so many people who stop playing the game because they want to do all the side quests. That's fine too. Just ignore those specifically. They're so fucking hard that you have to learn animation canceling just to beat them. Well, you can beat them. It just takes a lot of fucking willpower.
Well, I've been animation canceling. That's how I've managed to get this far into the fucking game.
Yeah, yeah, but even then, like one hit and you're dead instantly.
Yeah.
That's how crazy the Valkyries. There's how many of them are? There's 6 or 7, 8, maybe 8. I don't remember exactly how many of them. They're all just as hard, or even harder than the stranger fight, or even the hardest. They're the hardest things to fight in the game. So I would at that point I would do the end game stuff, which is like trying to get the best armor and upgrades, and then you can tackle those guys. You can do it if you're good, but like I think it ruins the game if you just focus a lot of your attention on them too early. And I know so many people who just they just flat out quit the game before the story got like. There's a point in where the story keeps going that you just have to finish it, right? Like it's a roller coaster. Now you're over that first rail, that first hump, and it just goes. Most people find the Valkyries right before that, and then they just stop playing altogether, because they want to find all 7 or 8 of them. It's like, no, just finish the story. The story is the greatest thing. I'm excited to hear what you think after you finish it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm gonna keep trying on Gimme God of War. I don't know if I quite have the patience for it with my buddy's busted up old PS4 controller.
I do have to say though, like it is all right if you go lower, because like the combat is good, but like the story, you just want to get through that.
From what I understand, the story is the main draw of the game.
Yeah, it is definitely the main draw.
Honestly, I think my only real complaint so far, other than the longest shit cutscenes when the game hasn't really done enough gameplay to earn it, but that's my whole thing. I'm more gameplay oriented. Would be that the combat system really, it feels amazing in one-on-one combat, and horrendously clunky in anything else.
Yeah, a little bit. I would say Mimir or it gets a little bit cleaner, and I think it's only because playing on the hardest difficulty is just difficult in general.
And I understand that's probably a good chunk of it.
Well, there comes new abilities and runes and things like that makes you deal with surrounding forces quite easier, not easy. I do believe the use of Atreus is quite important in general. It is part of the combat. It's ignoring him. Use of him is actually not a very good way to stay alive.
Yeah, it'd be like only using light attacks and never using heavy attacks or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it gets to the point where I'm so strong that I don't have to worry about which attack I want to use. I just have fun. But that's because I did a little bit of some of the side quests gives you better armor or better like upgrade materials or stuff. There's even a hidden the gauntlets from Marvel, what do you call it, the Infinity Gauntlet Easter eggs in there. There's like 5 runes and everything that's relative to that. It's pretty cool. Yeah. There's a lot to go through, I would say.
Well, that's good.
I forgot why. Oh, right. I need to get Arbalethus on that file. See if anyone fucked it up.
Literally sat like fucking Gollum
You?
My back. Yeah.
You got the chair yet? No.
No, I've ordered the chair
The chair and the table?
and the table.
You need to let me know how the table is. I saw
Dude,
I saw it on Unbox Therapy, like him reviewing it.
What did
I
they
was like,
say?
oh, well, he loves it. First of all, the
Hey.
grommet for the tables where it all goes all in the back, and then you can just flip it to just hide it all, and it counts as a way to mount it without getting in the way of the cables.
Yeah, yeah.
And because all the legs are all magnetic, they have these tubings, right? Instead of plastic tubings, you just stick it. It's magnetic tubings that you can just put it on any leg you
That's
want,
sick.
and so you can hide the cables through these things. Like
That's
it's
what
a
I'm excited
stronger-
about because I have so
Yeah.
many cables like underneath my desk. It's a mess, and I kind of want everything
it's-
to be tidy.
Same
I-
here.
like, my desk
and
is,
as
like-
much as I use
Like-
zip ties, it's still messy as heck.
This is my desk currently. If I can get the webcam around.
Yeah, let's take a look.
So, kind of like, so I have this like desk that kind of like has this shelf thing, and then it's got like this little
Oh,
shelf.
you got
thing
the
on
little cutout. Yeah.
They have like a little cutout in the middle. So basically, the new desk comes out to here. So imagine this cutout's just desk still, but then
Right,
like
right.
if you look at the size of the desk, it then comes out, and then that's my computer. So the actual like the Magnus desk comes to about here. So it's
Right.
like it's a big difference in
chunk.
width.
Jesus, is that your tower, motherfucker?
Yeah.
I didn't even realize how freaking long it is.
Just for reference, that's my hand.
Oh my gosh.
Bit of a beast.
Yeah,
It's got like 13 fans in it.
bro.
Because I'm an idiot.
It
That looks like a
stays cool though.
refrigerator.
Doesn't get clunky with the keyboard. It doesn't. Well, I mean, I'm on like this much space with my keyboard and my mouse. So my keyboard kind of takes up most of it. Upside down camera, you know.
Have you considered ever going wide? What do you call it? Wide monitor instead of two, or a wide and a small, just for other stuff.
I have, but I'm not keen on having a curved monitor.
Oh right, that's true.
I don't know why. It probably won't have any effect on like doing the effects work, but I prefer having a flat. Like this is 2.5K, 27-inch like monitor. I think I might just get the same because the colors on it are really nice.
Is it done uploading? 490 history. Someone did shit to my thing. Let's find out. I'm just grabbing like latest play blast of all the scenes I've worked on. Doing tools presentation. So I have this tool that separates layers, animation layers, and filters it out for your graph editor, so that way you don't have to keep selecting and deselecting
Nice.
channels. And it doesn't mean much. It's like half a second every single time you do it, right? Most old timers are gonna be like, man, why don't you just bring your fucking mouse to this and click it? Don't be a lazy ass. And I'm like,
Yeah.
but do it 10,000 times a day, and now you're gonna get really bothered by it. And that's all. That's my. Now I take your 10,000 half seconds away of wasting time. You know, just makes you not have to think about it anymore. And I'm trying to just prove that, right, in my tutorial.
Hopefully it works.
Well, what I said in the end was, it's not that much. You're right, but I also say it makes, just because you have to deal with this every time, a lot of animators don't want to deal with animation layers in general because it's a lot of work.
I never worked with animation layers.
Yeah, yeah. It makes you not want to use it because it's actually a little bit more hasslesome in some ways.
Yeah, I find them so much more hassle than just like animating
Exactly.
fairly cleanly to begin with.
Yeah.
But some people
I
work with them and they do really good
I
animation.
like having the option, right?
Yeah.
That's more why I have it. And basically by having that tool, it just erases what makes it feel like a layer and a different system that you don't need to, that you could work with. Animating clean is, I think, is the best way. But if you have to make it huge adjustments or you want to adjust something without losing what you had, it's a great way to just show something extra or show an alternative version.
Yeah,
That's
true.
really all it is. I see layers as a non-destructive workflow and not necessarily a way to make your animation like better. It doesn't make you a better animator. It just gives you options. That's all.
100%.
Maybe because the guy who taught it to me was from VFX in commercial work in New York. He saw it that way because his directors keep changing shit on him all the time, so he treats animation layer like that. And so I kind of just kept that mentality. Yeah, maybe that's why. T1. Do I have any more curves on here? No. Okay.
Fringe.
Yo.
You were wrong. Cole never went down the whole op. He was the only... You said you didn't think anybody stayed up the whole op, and Cole did, besides the time he DC'd.
I think all I said was that he was waiting at spawn.
No, you said that you didn't think anybody stayed up the whole op.
Did I say that?
Might have been Buckshot. You guys sound the same.
Probably Buckshot. Hey Chris, isn't this the best kind of Halo art? Hold on.
Where?
Can I message you?
Oh yeah, that's the best.
Oh, this guy makes not safe for work art. That explains it.
Oh no.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh. Hitting the back tab 100 times, that's interesting.
Oh shit.
Now it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you.
I'm hyped for Christmas.
For Christmas?
There's been a meme going around recently that's people making a video thumbnail and replacing the actual video with Mariah Carey's "All I Want for Christmas Is You," and the video just changes to like, "Haha, psych! I'm making you listen to this early." But it's like, why wouldn't I want to listen to that? That's the best fucking Christmas song ever made.
It's a fortune from it.
I'd imagine.
Oh my god. I didn't watch until just now, but that Omni-Man versus Squidward is one of the highest quality memes I've ever seen. Holy crap, that's good.
graphics cards are so expensive now.
Is there an item within the Halo universe you really wanted in reality would be? Sniper. Love a sniper. Profit jet, pretty quick.
Oh, come on.
Gents, I'm gonna hop off for a few hours. I might be back on later. Josh, if I don't see you tonight, have a good one.
Take it easy, dude.
Is it?
Thanks
for the up.
by the way.
Bye, Fringe.
Really, Chris? I don't know what to say to you. Save. Play Blast. Come on, Play Blast. Do your thing. There you go. Oh no. You gotta be fucking with me. my outliner. Load ref node. I've been thinking about getting this X keys bar. It's like a 16 key macro keyboard. Well, it's only 16 keys, but like it's just a bar that I can put on top of my Cintiq. Do you know if have you ever used the X keys before, or know anyone that uses it at work?
I have no idea.
It's just I've been looking for basically something to mount on top of the top side of my Cintiq, but I don't want anything too heavy, and the X keys kind of fit the profile. It's just $100, which is way too expensive in my head. Come on, where's the fucking... There it is. So yeah, it's been like, oh no.
Lost Fire, I'm not that great at drawing. Thanks, Chris. Yeah, animation takes a while, dude. This is why episode 3 is taking so long, because there's so much more movement and action, and there's more characters, and a lot more involved shots.
I'm gonna assume that was not to me.
No, to Chris Perino.
You gotta be kidding me.
Hey, fellow Chris, how's it going?
Not creepy at all.
Why am I an unlikable person?
What the hell did they do? I brought in the environment, and it looks like they changed the whole environment. Just like, uh-oh, that's not good.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, I worry. Oh man, does things line up still? Lines up to a certain point. Maybe I should just use a capture. I think it's better if I just grab an old render instead of using this. Come on, Maya. Close for me, please. It's okay. Don't be shy. You can close. There you go. Maya's such a weird thing. I try to baby talk it into doing what I want it to do. It's like, it's alright. Don't be shy.
I do that sometimes. I'm like, come on, come back. Like
Yeah,
like it's a
exactly.
dog or something.
Yeah. So it's so weird. Let's see. Cinematics. Go to that one. How do I download my video? Right click.
At the end of this run, I'm probably not going to be massively happy with it, but I think it kind of serves its purpose.
Your run?
Yeah, it's not the best, but you know, I think for YouTube it's alright.
YouTube good? Like you say it?
YouTube good. That's it.
Might have to push it out if you want to get this done by Halloween. You're running out of time.
Chris, there's no need for that.
How's it look in real time? Actually, can you watch this in real time, or is it you have to play blast it?
I gotta play blast it.
You gotta play blast it.
I'm like fixating on little things that I shouldn't be worrying about right now.
Mm-hmm. Is your knees tied to your feet rotation?
Yeah.
Or using pole vectors? They are? Nice.
They
So that way you can have
use
one
pole
controlled.
vectors, but they are in
Right.
foot space at the moment.
That makes it a little bit easier to get things done faster.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't really touched the knees yet.
A very small part of me hates pole vector knees for some reason. But a very small part of me loves them too. You know what I mean? It's like,
I just hate rigs that don't have space switching. I don't know how anyone gets
Yeah.
anything done. Like,
I know, I do agree with that 100%. Jesus. Well, space switching and space matching as well. Like,
yeah. Oh, I don't mind space matching because I can just bake it to a locator and then bake it back. But
that's true. Yeah, yeah.
I guess that does mean bakes not the most helpful.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I think I'm gonna pop off for now.
All right, Chris.
Take care,
See you
bro.
guys. Peace.
Bye, Chris.
I might soon leave myself since I have to do a whole bunch of recordings.
Yeah, no worries, man.
Yeah. Shit, it's Sunday. I shouldn't be really on, but I forgot to do the presentation. I'll prep my stuff for yesterday since it was like my first day off in a while. Yeah. Where's the download button? There it is.
We're gonna go off in like an hour or so.
Yeah. Nice.
I've started the run, which is what I wanted to do. And it's not looking horrendous.
I'm gonna head out as well.
Alright, Bean.
Take care.
Goodbye.
Is this a capture? There's a capture. When did I capture this? Oh shit, that looks great. Oh man. Seeing one, because you know how like we work in grayscale a lot of times. I don't get to see my cutscenes until I see it in engine, and that might take like a week or two.
Mm.
And I'm looking at my cutscene for the first time with like actual materials and effects, and oh, it's so fucking cool.
Yeah. Makes everything look like so
But
much
everyone's
better.
naked. Everyone's shirtless.
Nice.
God. I hope they do a DOF effect pass. It's kind of wonky. Let's pull up my old email and see, how do I grab these automated captures? Okay, so, oh, sign in. Come on. Okay. Uh-oh. $490. Shit. Not in here. Number 24. This is not good. It doesn't exist.
What are you working on? Episode 3 of my miniseries. I'll do it right now.
Oh, this is bullshit. They don't have mines. D-_490 search. Or not. Oh shit, that looks pretty dope.
Get your shot back or something?
No, so in my capture, I captured it so long ago that there's a lot of bugs in the cinematics. Like my character would not, it would just teleport to the middle of the of the room by accident. So I didn't have that fixed on their side. So it's not very good to, I guess, show it off, right, in game.
Yeah.
However, they started a new team, a new system up with a QA team or a cinematic team here, where they have an automatic capture of all the cutscenes in the game that automatically runs every night, and it just it updates that video to the latest
Ooh,
version, so that way
nice.
you can keep an eye on your cinematic without having to request someone to go and build it and then run it and then capture it for you. It's already captured the night of before.
Ah, sweet.
However, my cutscene wasn't in that list, so I'm digging it around and trying to find a version of it, and it looks like there is a version of it. Oh, it's so cool. And I learned of someone else who took over the scene. So
I'm live, by
I
the way. I
used
don't know, just in case.
no,
Really
I
know,
don't
but
care.
okay.
This doesn't matter. This is just dev stuff. This is basic dev shit from anywhere.
Cool.
So like some studios, the animator is also the implementer. What I mean by implementing, right, is we put it in the engine. We don't just hit export and it just works, right? We have to make sure that it's the data is clean and not corrupted. We have to make sure that the character shows up. How many characters, what weapon or objects or anything they're holding has to be like through the script encoded. You know,
Yeah.
make sure they, because what we have the rig's name in Maya versus what we have them named in the engine could be different. So you have to tie that shit together. And so, um, in other studios, I was an implementer as well. However, in this studio, I'm not. There's a whole team for that. So I don't. I
Bit more,
or
less stress, rather.
yes, way more less stress. It takes away the. I mean, it means I don't have to think about the engine as much as I used to. However, it also means I don't know when they're done in
Yeah, true.
um And it turns out this one cinematic I'm working on, oh shit, didn't realize he's floating.
Did you see the tweet today, or was I guess about the God of War animations being reused?
What? Oh god
It's
damn
so
it!
funny.
Really?
And like they referenced the guy Kratos getting into the boat, and how it looks really similar to the one of him getting in the boat in
Really?
the Ragnarok trailer. But like,
I mean,
even if it does, it's like that is just how it works. And the old animation looked really good, so why would you reanimate the same motion? Like,
I mean, shit. Like, I'm pretty sure they probably took it and they're like, okay,
they probably
it's a
changed
good
it and
base.
updated
Let's
it.
clean it up. Yeah, I wouldn't say
Yeah.
we reused it. I would say it was as a base. But I mean, how do you get shit done if you don't do that, right? Like, there's
Yeah.
we can't just redo the same animation just to redo it, right?
Yeah, exactly. There is no point in
it's-
redoing animation if it looks good
like,
before.
I mean, I can see myself like taking it and then plussing it, because it has higher fidelity, maybe even better frame rates. So, making sure things work even better. And what if the boat changed, or what if shit changed? It might look the same, but to an untrained eye, it doesn't look the same.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
you and I would know the difference if we saw it.
Yeah. To me, they looked a little bit different. So I was like,
Yeah.
not sure.
Exactly.
I was like, literally what you just said, where I was like, pretty sure they probably did use it and then just changed it afterwards. Like,
Exactly.
you'd use it it's almost like using mocap. Like, you'd use it as a base.
You use it as a base. Exactly. Wow, man, that's funny. I didn't even know that was happening.
Yeah, apparently, like, it kind of blew up.
Yeah. The whole thing, it's kind of weird because, like, how do you get any work done if we just redo the same? Like, I swear to God, I'm like, imagine if I did the first boat animation and I come back to this game and they're like, Twan, so you did the first one, you need to do it again on the second one.
Yeah, and they're like,
I'm like,
and
well,
you
what's
go,
changed?
oh, yeah, and they're like, nothing.
I was like, well, I'm
Like-
just gonna make mine look exactly this, like going through the notes and redoing it. It's gonna go through the same process, right?
Yeah.
Art directed, animation led, animation directed. It's gonna look almost exactly the same because it's gonna go through the same process of approvals. Okay, so why are we changing it? so
Very
weird.
true.
Yeah.
This steed, I'm going to remember this one corner vividly in the complete version. Ah, I'm not going to get this corner out of my head.
You should. I would love to see your after you do this, like your before and after, and your making of.
I don't even know if I'm going to have make.
Yeah.
Because they just take so long to, like, do.
Yeah. That's
The-
true. I mean, it's one of those things where, like you Twitch streaming it already exposes to a lot of people, like what it takes to be an animator.
Be a
And
nerd.
to make, yeah. But you know what I mean? Like, imagine if you showed some of your Twitch, like some of your stuff that you do here, and it's like a pre-recorded to show. Just, yeah. I mean, it's pretty interesting.
I hope no one at work's watched me animate and watches this. Because they'll all be like, oh, the animation's a bit shit. And I'll be like, yep, thanks. A year of my life. Thanks.
Thank you. Just doing by myself.
Yeah, I'll be like,
That's all.
you're welcome. Thank you.
Dude, I still like I was just thinking this, but I still like have no idea how. I mean, I do because I see people do it, but like doing short films. So and finding
you
the
just
time
don't.
and effort.
It's
Like I've
it's
never done a short film before in my entire life.
It's a ton of effort. I mean,
Yeah,
this isn't even a
like-
short film, but like it's almost like a short film. In a way.
Like, yeah, exactly. You are basically making a short film, but it's yourself. It's not like with a team, like other places, right? Like, so all these scat, like I've seen so many like scat students with short film. I'm like, wow, that's freaking amazing. Like, I don't care how like good or bad it looks. It's still like that's a Herculean effort. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. And if it's good, it must be even that like unfathomable. I can't even imagine. Like one of our animators here worked on Spider-Verse, and I just happened to go find his reel, and I ran into his student film that he did it at SCAD, and it just blew me away. I was like, oh, holy shit, damn! I was like, oh my god. So it's
I
crazy.
saw
just-
a student film from a guy from ESMA,
Oh yeah.
and I haven't seen a student film that good in years. Like the animation was really nice, the effects work was made, the lighting, just the rendering. I was just like, it looks like something from like Illumination. Like,
That's crazy.
I was pretty blown away by it. And like, I never normally
Um,
care about student stuff because I always think it doesn't look great and it doesn't interest
Yeah.
me. But then like this one, I was like, it looks like a professional studio made it. It's so
Dude.
well done.
Yeah, and I know, like, if I look back on my old student reel, I just look at that and I'm like, Jesus, who would, like, I would never hire me. But it's really good to show, like, when
I
I'm
would never
when I'm
hire
mentoring
me.
kids, right? When I mentor kids, or like I give training stuff or advice, I have to show them where I started, so they don't feel discouraged about where they are,
Yeah.
because they're coming out of school like pretty damn good these days, and I was nowhere near that, so it's funny.
I was awful when I first got into animation.
Yeah, do you still have it, your old reel?
Let me show you my. Yeah, let me see if I can find it. It's like you'd be surprised that I'm even at ILM. It's that bad. I think it was from my second year of university. So
Yeah?
I was
Oh,
literally a year into learning Maya and like learning visual effects.
Jesus.
But this was my university show reel.
All right, let's take a look at this. I'm turning on your stream so I
It
can
was
watch.
awful.
Bro, you graduated with this?
Yeah, this is what I did. I had to like teach myself how to
Oh
animate, and this is
my
what I turned up
gosh.
with. But it was one of these things. So that whole dinosaur thing as well. I had to
Yeah.
like I did the modeling, the sculpting, and like I sculpted all the rocks, like the egg, the rigging of the thing as well. Like I was doing
Dude.
everything as well as animation. So the animation
Yeah.
was like pretty shit.
Dude, I don't even know how to do what you just showed me. Jesus. I feel like creature work is something I need to learn.
I like creature work.
Yeah?
Creature work's really fun. It's like so much harder that I think than humans.
Dude, like that elephant that you had at it then? I was like, damn.
It's not good. You could do a better job. Trust me. 100%.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's like what I was sending out to companies thinking, oh, hi me,
Hi.
please.
Give me a jerb.
Give me
please.
money, please. I want to survive. And they're like, no, you're shit. And I was like,
How long
No.
did it take you for
I mean,
your
I
jerb?
I went straight into a job, but it was running at ILM. So I started off as a runner, which is
What's
like
a runner?
like the kind of company bitch. Like where you're basically the ones that like takes you like set up meetings with like the directors and
Or a producer?
organize.
Almost.
No, nothing like that. When I say
No?
set up meetings, I mean like set up the meeting room,
Oh.
that kind of thing. And then you're like making
Okay.
sure the building's kind of in the right condition, and then all
So-
the while you're like
Interesting.
training in your discipline that you want to move into. But I chose running over a junior animated position at Framestore because I wanted to go to ILM, as my first job because I thought that would be pretty cool, and I didn't know if I wanted to be a generalist or an animator. So
Right.
and ILM told me they were like, well, animation wise, like you probably need to work on it a little bit to get into a junior position here, and they were basically all seniors. They didn't have any juniors because the company had like just started up and they weren't hiring juniors because ILM is quite a senior heavy company.
Right.
And I was like, I'm happy training. I was like, if you guys are happy training, I wouldn't mind doing it. And I was like, but I do quite like doing everything and like being like an environment guy or something like that. And they were like, oh, like more generalist. And I was like, if I can train as a generalist, I'd happily can I train in both? And they said yes to that. So I was like, I'd rather go here than animate at Framestore because it's ILM
Right.
for one. I'll learn a shit ton because they were all working on like Star Wars Episode 7 at the time. So I was like, I'm gonna learn so much about like how they made all their environments and stuff like that. So like my first training shot was like a shot with the Falcon reveal shot with like the cloth that comes
Oh,
off it and
shit.
it all takes off and stuff. And I was just like, this is so sick. So, but I was like doing animation in my spare time, that sort of stuff. So it was a lot of fun. But thanks,
Damn.
Lost Fire.
All right, that's dope as shit.
Yeah,
Not
so
gonna lie, that's pretty
I've
cool.
essentially started from the bottom. Like running is the bottom of the company in terms of where you rank in terms of like artist or producer or whatever. Running is right at the bottom. And now I'm technically senior animator. So and I made it, Mum.
Yeah, it was not a phase.
It's not a phase.
That's what my folks hoped, that my whole animating
Do
thing
you
was
want
just
to
a
know?
phase.
Do you want to know the funny thing? So I went back to my parents today, and we even said this today. So I did. So in England, you do A levels in your school, and then your A levels determine what kind of university you go to. Like if you do really well, you go to like the best university sort of thing. And
Okay.
A levels. So I play the piano already. Like I think I'm grade. I technically would be grade 8, but I stopped doing grades. So I think I'm like grade 6 or 7. I can't remember which one I stopped at. So I could have chosen music as like you basically choose 3 A levels that you focus on for like 2 years.
Interesting.
And obviously like being artsy with like animation stuff, I chose graphics and art. And then my parents were basically like, look, you've chosen 2 creative subjects, you need to choose something academic. But in my head I was like, I could just choose music and that's like a free A star because I play piano already. I know all about theory, which is essentially what the whole course is. And I was like, I could just get a free A star. Why are you stopping me? And they basically forced me into doing like maths and like biology. And I was just like, I don't want to do these. These are shit. And my parents weren't convinced that visual effects would be a good route to go down because it's such a niche. Like the industry is tiny. If you think about it, the industry's been around.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, even though Ireland's been around 40 years, the general industry has been around like what, 20 years? Really?
I would say a little longer than that, but yeah.
25 years,
so-
something like that. It's
yeah.
very
Even,
like small.
even video games is really, really small too.
Yeah.
It's,
And my parents had no idea about it. So they were basically like, you should like, we know you really like it and you're passionate about it. Maybe think about like doing something like that, you know, like you can do anything you want. Like maybe do something that's like not so niche. And I was just like, no, I'm working in film. I don't care what you guys say.
yeah.
And then
I had to resort to lying, but yeah.
it's, yeah.
Yeah, for me it was I applied for school, and you know at the time there was no information about like the best animation school. I didn't even want to be an animator. I wanted to be a lighter, and so Full Sail for me. But my parents wouldn't really, you know, want me to leave the states, my current state, which I'm from Illinois,
Nice.
but the school's in Florida, and the whole like I'm the first child, so don't leave home, you know,
Oh,
blah blah
God.
blah blah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole thing. But so I applied, got accepted, got the whole apartment and everything all ready. Didn't tell them I was leaving until 2 months before I left.
Oof.
Because I knew something was bad was going to happen, and as soon as I told them, there was a big fight in my family about disowning me because being an artist means you're gonna die on the streets, all kinds of stuff, you know. Then my uncle, who it turns out my uncle tried to be an animator like 30 years before, and he failed really miserably.
Oh, I see. Still like.
And he was the golden child of the family, so he could do no wrong regardless of his failures.
Oh no.
And so he's the one who convinced my mom that you gotta let
him try.
You gotta let him do it because he knew even younger than I did. He said.
I've known I wanted to do animation, like visual effects, since I was like 13.
Right.
Like which is like, when you think about it, that's like stupidly young to know what you want to do as a career. But
Really?
like
13? That's good.
I mean,
that's awesome.
What age were you when you like sat down? You're like, that's what I want to do.
So I'm a little older than you, Josh, right? Just a tiny bit. But
Yeah,
I
just a bit.
remember seeing Toy Story and Bug's Life in theaters for the first time, and so everything was a cartoon to me until that moment, and that changed everything for me, like everything. And so my fascination and obsession with cartoons and 3D, not necessarily diving into it, but like I thought it was just magical. I didn't even know people made 3D. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, not at all. Until I hit high school and I realized, oh, Finding Nemo. Like I remember watching Finding Nemo in the theater. So I lived in that era of like the beginning of 3D, right? And so right in the middle of high school, like I knew I wanted to do whatever that was. I just didn't know how. Internet wasn't available
that
yet.
That was the exact same thing to me.
Yeah.
It's like
so,
I knew it was animation because I seen like Jurassic Park and I saw like Transformers, like the first one. And I was like,
I didn't know what to do with my life in general until that moment, and I was like, that's what I'm doing. Like I was already a kid who draw a lot. Actually, kind of Space Jam was the first movie that made me like into art and drawing a lot, and then that escalated and spiraled out of control, and then that turned into an animation obsession with lighting in general as well. I didn't know I was obsessed with animation itself. I just knew I liked the medium, you know.
Yeah.
So
That's
I went
cool.
to school after my uncle convinced my mom to, you know, believe in me. My mom was like, okay, we need to lie to your dad because your dad won't let you go. And so what we said to my dad was that I'm going to medical school in Florida because he wouldn't have it any other way.
Oh, really?
He wanted a
Just
kid,
like
you
buy
know,
the books and stuff.
It's just Asian parents want medical kids. I don't know fucking why. I'm like, I
'Cause
told
you guys are always really, really intelligent.
No, it's not. It's just I think it's not really that.
It's
We
kind of,
can
it's
get
almost like a
into it.
stereotype, isn't it? Like at this point.
As an American, I said to my mom, why would you run away from a war to come here and not let me have the opportunities that you came to this country for? My mom's from Vietnam.
Living the dream.
And she like heard what I said, and I was like, I was right. And she's like, okay. And then I said, why would you want me to be a doctor? I literally almost failed out of high school or college or elementary school. What makes you think I'm gonna pass medical school? Right? Like, you want to pay for 8 years of college where I fail every year? Like, that's gonna happen. So I convinced her that it's not my path.
Yeah.
So now we needed to lie to my dad. He will not have it. And to him, it's more like to prove some bullshit. So we told my dad I went to medical school in Florida, and 2 years later I graduated. And he comes to my graduating, he's like, man, this is kind of a weird place for a medical school. And I'm like, oh, right, it's not medical school, Dad. I got an art degree. Sorry about that. And he didn't talk to me for like 3 years.
Jeez.
Whatever. And so at that point, now I have to prove to them that
it was the right choice.
It's not a fluke. Yeah, it was not a right choice. It was the right choice.
It's
So
not a
all
phase.
these, it's funny because all these kids in school are just partying, and I'm just sitting here. I'm like, I gotta prove to my parents, I'm not a screw up. I'm not a screw up. It's crazy.
I think it's worked out. Hey, Mitch. I'm just gonna catch up on chat for a sec. What was their reaction to working on major films? They were pretty cool. They still don't really have any idea what I do. They kind of know it's animation. They know what animation is, but they don't really understand anything to do with computers or anything like that. But they're proud of me, which is, I guess, the main thing. And it's cool when you watch a film and you see a name in the credits, and you can be like, my name. That's a cool feeling.
That the credits name?
Yeah.
That is a pretty cool feeling. Yeah.
That was 4 to
Agreed.
5 years ago. That reel is actually, I don't know why it says 5 years. I think I may have updated it after I left university. I was in university at least 6 years ago.
Jeez.
But
Uh-oh. Someone's asking me to test a tool.
currently majoring in maths, but I've started to learn animation research as a hobby. I'm glad that my parents allowed me to choose my path and have those hobbies. Yeah, man. I think whenever I have kids, like they can literally do whatever the hell they want. Because if you're doing something that you love, you're gonna do it a lot better than if you're doing something you're forced into.
Damn straight. Download. Oh, did I have download? Yeah, I did. How big is this file?
100, dude, just chill. Mitch, are you doing Ep3 stuff today? Sideways eyes? How would you pursue animation if like schools are far away? If self-teaching kind of the only option? Self-teaching is kind of the only option. You could do online schools. Like if animation is one thing you want to do, you have things like iAnimate and Animation Mentor. They are expensive, but you'll
Yeah, but
come
the
out
quality
with,
is so good
yeah,
though.
you'll come out with a
Josh.
reel that will get you a job. So
Yeah.
it is
I mean-
really expensive, and most people can't really afford stuff like that. Which
Yeah.
I do kind of think they need to lower their prices for the average person.
I do know that it is 5 to 6 times less experience than going to a brick and mortar school that teaches animation, and it's not that good. Like, like I've gone to a school that animation was like a third in the back of their heads. There were like 1 or 2 good teachers, but I felt like going to online classes like the schools that Josh mentioned, like just one class I've learned more from that one class alone than the entire 2 years I spent in uni.
Yeah.
Like that's the difference, and I paid 5 times more than that. Like my school cost me 100 grand for the 2 years, whereas Mentor and all of them are like 20 grand for 2 years altogether, roughly. It's a huge difference. It's a fifth of the price.
In that.
You know, it's crazy. The moment you work on a scene and it's like emotionally charged, but there's no music. It's just a lot of quiet, right? Those quiet moments.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, that's pretty emotional, I hope. I think. And then you listen to it, you see it later when they put music to it, and shit. I just want to fall apart. I was like, oh god. My feelings.
It is insane how much sound adds to a scene.
Yeah.
Like music and sound effects and all that sort of stuff. That's why I can't wait to do like a round of sound effects for this.
Yeah.
Like,
Part of me wants to put a music track on top of this, just to pull on the heartstrings of my coworkers a little bit.
help sell the shop.
Yeah, just to help sell it just a tiny bit more.
Hey, that's why I put camera shake on things. Dude, I just had my best friend offer to buy me Maya for a year. You can get Maya Indie, by the way. Don't buy the full version. Maya Indie is 300 a year, which is relatively cheap.
Yeah,
It's the full
indie
version, no limits.
or like
Indie, Maya Indie.
it's indie.
That's what I've got.
Yeah.
I bought Maya Indie.
Yeah, you have
Just
to prove
remember-
yourself that you can make less than 100K a year. So you make sure you don't mention anything like that.
Yeah, I don't think you have to prove it.
That's maybe maybe that's an American law.
Is
I
it
don't know.
American?
I've-
I mean, you have to
Yeah.
you have to be earning under, but there's nothing. You don't have to like send paperwork to say I'm under 100K.
Yeah, I haven't bought it yet, but I just looked at it before I, just to take a look.
It just feels good to not have to pirate software.
Yes, I agree.
Like every visual effects artist does.
I still feel like I think I have an old version of Maya 2009 or 2008. Like I bought a student version, like an actual student license. Cost me a fucking arm and a leg, dude. Jesus.
Yeah, I kind of like I've always said like, I think. I mean, pirating software is not obviously what everyone should do. I don't condone it at all, but I'm kind of in a sense of companies know you students are going to do it, and it's kind of like it's fine to do it when you're not making money off it, and it's fine when you're doing it to learn. But if you can afford to pay for the software, you should pay for it. That's kind of my stance on it.
I mean, what does Autodesk think is going to happen when they made their education software not free anymore?
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Right.
what do you think is going to happen, Autodesk? Like,
Everybody's gonna pirate.
yeah, that's
Everyone's
exactly.
gonna buy their software.
They made the education software like free to get and very easily to avoid that problem originally. You know what I mean? Because people were doing it left and right back then.
Yeah. But now everyone's just going to continue
Now-
doing it.
Now that they reverted that on that stances and they're going to a subscription base, it's like, okay, you it's like you didn't even fucking learn.
Yeah.
All right, you do you.
Hey Hayden, wasn't able to tune in yesterday, but scroll through YouTube videos. So freaking impressive. Can't wait. Thanks, man.
Cool. Hey.
I think as soon as this is done, I'm gonna watch it. Like when episode 3 is all finished.
All the way through.
I'm gonna watch it with everyone, like when I premiere it, and then I'm never gonna watch it again.
When you say everyone, do you mean you're gonna stream it or like?
Yeah,
come out
I'll
to Discord.
I'll do the whole like premiere thing, so it goes up live for like half an hour before, so everyone can kind of like get ready to watch it.
Do you think you're gonna work on episode 4 like not for a long time or just gonna take a large break?
I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna take like a good few months from Charity Falls itself, and that will be spent modeling an ODST and an ODST drop pod. And I also want to start doing some little like tests of transformations.
You better stream that.
Yeah, I'll probably stream all the stuff that I do. I feel like streaming is just a thing that I'm just gonna do now.
Like specifically modeling the ODST.
Oh
Probably
yeah,
gonna be
yeah.
the most informative stream you could possibly do.
I'll stream that, but I'll probably stream. I'll be working on it whilst I'm not streaming it. Like, I'll work on it like in the background.
Yeah.
Just stopping by real quick. I'm
Hey.
gonna go make food. But just thought to say hi.
Hey, Dashy.
Hello. I am hungry, so I'm only gonna be
Knowledge.
here for like a minute or two.
Go get some food.
Yeah, I'm going to.
What are
how's it
you
going?
hungry for? Knowledge?
No, just normal food. How's the animation coming on?
Hey, Dash.
It's getting there. It could look worse.
Right, I'm gonna go make food. Just stopping by. Hope
Alright.
everything goes well. I'll keep the stream open, so if anything happens in chat, which I don't think it will, but if anything happens in the chat, I'll just keep an eye on it.
Thanks, man.
Alright,
Have
catch
some
you.
nice food.
Well, there. See you guys.
See you.
Later, bud. All right.
You deserve a break after animating this long. I definitely deserve a break from Fairy
When
Fall.
would-
Would you ever do those fan meetup kind of things? For... Dude, I'm not big enough for that sort of thing. I'm nowhere near big enough to do fan meetups.
You just kind of started this whole
Yeah, I'm
streaming
like,
thing, right?
I'm super new to it all.
Yeah.
Maybe if I ever hit like 100k or something,
Gold platinum.
maybe. But
If Josh ever sells a platinum album, then yeah, then we can do that.
I would be down for it, but I'm just not a big enough YouTuber to.
Bro, imagine if Josh released an album.
You don't know I'm a rapper.
Yeah. With Josh
Mhm.
doing the drill.
Oh God, can't believe it. It's actually really cold.
If you get a job at 343, that would be a cause for a fan meetup celebration. For some reason, I think the whole idea of a job at 343 is kind of a pipe dream. I don't think it's ever going to happen.
Why do you say that?
Because I just don't think they're ever going to be hiring, and I would want a full-time position if I joined.
Yeah,
And
so that's probably
that
what it
would-
is, right?
that would probably
full-time
stop.
position.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like Will knows that's what I'd be after.
Would you want to join? What team would you want to join if you go there?
Cinematics, 100% cinematics.
Cinematics?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't mind doing a bit of gameplay. Like tide me
Right.
over if cinematics was like kind of ramping down.
They don't mingle the different teams, but yeah, I definitely think you're definitely high full-time material. It's just more of the fact that like I think they like their contractors, you know, expendable people.
Yeah.
That's just how it is over there. In Washington in general, not just 343. It's just how it is in Washington State. Fucking contractors everywhere.
Yeah. I like stability.
Yeah, I think you're like one of the better animators that want to go there. So like for sure, I think
Really?
I don't think you have.
I feel
yeah,
like 343 would be a company
I've
that every animator wants to work at. Oh, I guess you
no,
have to be.
nah,
Oh, really?
not No, I don't think so. But you know, I do have to say, like, having some developer experience helps a lot for those guys.
Yeah. Which
'Cause
is
I mean,
probably what
I'm a
also holds me
cinematic.
back.
Right, as a cinematic animator, I've learned how to become a technical. I did a little bit of dev work, but I've never experienced so much dev work before that's not animating, right?
Yeah.
But I'll tell you this right now, even though I haven't, like, I have minimal animation there, like just like 3 cutscenes altogether, maybe 2. The amount of experience I got with the development side of things made me so much more prepared for Sony. I don't
Yeah.
do too much dev work here, but my ability to speak on the dev side of things, testing things, be able to come up with solutions, because dev work is basically, I feel like you're basically Sherlock Holmes all day long. You know, you're solving
Just problem
issues all day.
solvers. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just critical thinking to a high level, because I feel like making games is like, without really, don't quote me on this. I feel like it's almost as hard as building a rocket or something. It's like a science. It's like the ultimate group project. It's so freaking hard to figure things out that you have no idea why they work or don't work, you know?
Yeah.
And just because 343 was like that, I feel like my time here at Sony has been some of the best, just because of how easy it is to be able to communicate those ideas and solve the issues. And yeah, it is not a bad place to go to. I just know that.
Prepare for the
But that,
work.
however, my buddy Butterfield, he had barely any devs experience. He went to Naughty Dog like for only 6 months, and then he was picked up by 343. Like, but before Naughty Dog, he was at Weta for like God knows how many years.
Yeah.
Not what? Yeah, Weta in New Zealand. Yeah, and he was just an animator there, you know. So Hayden had a question for you, buddy.
Hey, I know so little about animating. Can you animate a run sprint by creating a looping animation? Does it look more natural if you animate several stride cycles? You can for sure do it with a cycle if you make like a looping animation. You just then got to be clever with how you're looping it to make it not look like a loop. I think, but like games use loops all the time. But like, if I was doing this properly, I would have used a cycle, blocked out the cycle, and then adjusted it. So, like, for example, I've got a bit where he's running, and then he looks back a bit. So that would have been like, for example, I would probably use anim layers for that, and just make him look back. I've just done like a straight ahead thing. So, I guess mine would look more organic than a cycle, but it also means I have to make sure it all looks correct. Whereas you can just make a cycle look correct, which is a lot easier.
I think with loops, right, it becomes obvious that it's not made for that situation. So you have to,
yeah,
with yours, it's almost like a custom.
Yeah, it's very bespoke, isn't it?
I feel like you can fully control how the scene feels more with a bespoke than with a loop that you just slap on and adjust.
Yeah.
It depends. I mean, even in the Halo trailer for when Chief's walking in the back, that was a loop at one point, and then when I finally baked it all down and got that approved, I hand keyed the crap out of it, like per step, just to make it more natural and organic. So in a way, it actually required more work out of me to clean it up than it was to just do it clean to begin with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but a walk on Chief is very difficult if that camera's that close to begin with. So.
Oh yeah, walking in general is just.
Dude, I'll tell you this right now. You know all those armor jiggles that I added into that trailer?
Yeah.
I don't think it's in the game at all from anyone else's animation. I think so. It used to be. They did question me about turning them off, like just remove the armor moving around that much. Because it was too high quality. Because they said it was too high quality, and I was like, "What do you mean?" too high quality. He's like,
I
we're
love
not
that.
even doing it on, we're not even doing it in gameplay that to that extent.
But
I'm like,
it-
well,
but that-
how's that my fault?
But that. I mean, to me, it's like I'd be like, that's fine not doing gameplay, but a cutscene should be higher quality
Yes.
than gameplays.
Yeah, but
They
in
always
their
should.
minds, they're like, we don't want to show anything that we are not gonna do because then it gives the players expectation that's what's gonna look like.
What?
Like in their head, it's that's what it means. So
That's
I mean, I had to
stupid.
fight for it, but I fought for it, and
I would be like, no, you guys need to step up and meet my quality instead of
yeah,
telling me
and-
to
Oh,
animate
shit.
worse.
yeah.
Oh,
So I'm glad it's still in there because I gave them 2 versions to just be like, okay, well, just take whatever you want. And what ended up in the cinematics, which I didn't even know which one they're gonna take, was the one that I fought for. So I was like, oh yeah, cool. But then, I mean, I don't see it in any other cinematics. I don't see it in any other. I did it in my cinematics. I just didn't tell them. But you know, I didn't see it too much in gameplay, or not that you can see it in gameplay. You're in first person, right? Like
Yeah, true.
you can't see it unless you're playing with co-op, right? Probably. And knowing that there's probably so much explosions or shit happening that you probably won't see shit like that too much.
Yeah, I
So,
can't imagine in gameplay you'd even notice armor
Yeah.
jiggling.
Yeah, yeah. Exactly.
That's something that would be pretty tough
I
to
would-
get in gameplay,
yeah.
I think.
Mm-hmm. Unless you built it into the loops to begin with. And I'm pretty sure they had a lot of time. So I'm excited to see if they actually added it or not.
I found out stuff about the campaign the other day.
Oh, you talked
Oh,
to
you looked at the data
you
mines?
talked to Infinite Forge?
No,
What's his name?
I'm not gonna say who it was.
we looking at data mine?
No, not data
Or is it
mines.
person?
No.
Oh,
Wait, there's data mine information out there already?
yeah.
I mean, the whole flight was data mined.
Oh,
Basically, the entire campaign's pretty much been data
Like
mined.
people who have played
Oh,
Forge and stuff
no.
already, because it was
Yeah.
in the flight.
Yeah, the
Why
files were there.
why would they leave it then?
I
This
don't
is-
know. They just didn't have time to clean up, or they just didn't bother. I don't really know, but they were there, man. Like even us in Choco, I'm not even gonna lie. Like we were playing with those files. For some reason, they didn't get rid of it. They just left it there. So
Oh, that's unfortunate.
yeah, it's just unfortunate. Obviously, we
okay.
didn't spoil anything, but like, when you go on
Try
Twitter,
not
like
to look
it's,
at it,
it's
yeah.
it's everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah. If I was not from the inside, I'd probably just avoid it 100% just so
I
that
just
I
don't
can
go on
experience
Twitter
it
any
with-
like
Yeah.
any
Yeah,
big
exactly.
place right now, because
Well, my Twitter is pretty clean. I've been very fortunate. When I first started Twitter, I didn't really know who to follow, so a lot of random shit got onto my shit. But then,
Furry art?
no, just like political and religious shit that I didn't want, right? And then one day, through animation, Anim Spot, no, Anim State, which is animators GDC talk, that all of them talked about how they're all on Twitter, and I restarted my Twitter page. Basically deleted it originally, and then started a whole brand new one, and kept it to only be artists and artists and directors and content, not content creator, but like 3D professionals as much as I possibly could.
Yeah, same here. I keep
Yeah.
mine just to do the art and whatnot.
I don't
so
like
it's-
post shit. I really don't. But what I do post is I repost a lot of people's stuff, like a lot of art stuff, animation stuff, tools, tips, new rigs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
every so often
repost a
when
lot
I
of
do
artwork.
post.
I think it was cool.
Yeah. Yeah, when I do post now, weirdly enough, I'm now posting a little bit more than I used to, just because the team I'm with is a very Twitter-heavy group, so they tend to talk to
Oh,
each
they
other
like
on Twitter,
Twitter.
even though
They like
the-
Twitter.
Yeah. Yeah, even though they literally work next to each other, they still talk to each other through Twitter. It's like, oh, that's weird. I must be old.
Yeah, you gotta stay in touch with all the new hip and cool trends.
Yeah. Well, it's crazy. It's funny because all the people I currently work with, I followed them for years before I even ever come here. Now it's like, that's kind of weird. Now they know who I am. Let's watch this video and see how good it is. Nah, that's too much work. I don't want to do that. Just fix what it is. Export media. Output name. 490 capture. One. Save. Audio. Export. Is this the last episode? The last cut?
This is literally the
shit.
last shot.
Oh shit, son. That's exciting.
It is. I need to basically get through this animation quick. Re-export my crowd because I don't think they came through the UV, so I might have to redo my cycle and then run it through properly.
Oh no.
And adjust the speed so they're not slipping anymore. And then... Oh my god, my camera is fucked up. Is that why I've been animating so much?
Did you accidentally move your camera? Is that what happened?
I did.
You don't lock your camera?
No, because I'm an idiot. I was changing changing bits in the camera, so I didn't want to lock it.
Ah, I see. You're still working on it. Nice.
It's so hard trying to make architecture for the Covenant that shows what type of species class the Blood and what I made. Right. Covenant architecture is just a little bit painful in general because everything's curvy.
All the smoothness.
Yeah.
Oh my god, so I was just watching this Gendy Tarkovsky cartoon, Primal, the other day. Holy shit, it's amazing.
Josh.
No words.
Hmm?
Tomorrow, can we just sit down and talk about EVs tomorrow?
That'd be an incredibly boring convo, but yeah.
Yeah, today I've made some progress on that cart. Just not very meaningful progress, setting up materials and whatnot for each individual object, but...
Sure. I'm hoping I can get away with this animation because everything's dark. A little bit
Are you
misty.
play blasting?
Yeah, I think the second half of this run's a bit fucked. I need to go through.
Because of the camera, you mean?
No, just the animation of the run. Not good.
The closer the camera,
Yeah.
it starts to fall apart a little bit.
Yeah. Even on the turn, it's wrong.
When it's further away, it actually you got a nice stride going, you know.
Yeah. It's fine. It's easy to fix.
Yeah. I mean, you did this today, right? You just did this
Yeah,
today
yeah.
only.
Pretty much all
Yeah,
of
it's
this is
good.
today.
Yeah, it's a good base though, at least. How's your slide out? Let's take a look at that.
I mean, I buy the slide. I think the slide's fine. I think everything is fine up until the turn, like when he turns to look back.
Yeah, I was just thinking that was the point where it stopped being the same. Something changed. Do he need to look back?
He doesn't need to. I just thought it was like a cool little detail.
Yeah, I just know that he's looking back the whole time before he turns and run away. But then again, yeah, I see what you're saying.
Otherwise, it just looks like it would just be like this stride
A
thing
run.
happening the entire time, and it just look really shit.
Yeah.
I feel like this just makes it a lot more interesting to
Can you play
watch.
it after that weird step on stream?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it seems like there's a weird lull, like that when he takes that left, when he looks behind.
Yeah,
him,
yeah,
takes
yeah.
that
That's
step.
literally what we just. That's literally what we just talking about.
Okay,
Everything looks fine up until
that point.
this.
Yeah. And the closer he gets, the closer he gets to the camera is when the
It goes wrong.
mechanic starts falling apart.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think when it's that far away, it looks really good, but the moment he gets close up, the mechanics fall apart really fast.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So maybe you need to just adjust from that point on.
Yeah, well, I'm
This is
gonna
closer
finish
and
off
closer. Yeah.
blocking out the stuff and then go back and fix it all.
Mm-hmm. That's a good
What
idea.
if, right, random thing, right? What if, as he gets closer to camera, because you're saying the animation quality whenever he's closer to the camera isn't as good, right, Tuna? Like, I mean, it becomes like uncanny, or like, what are you saying?
No, mechanics.
Just the mechanics, the bottom mechanics just fall apart.
Right, body mechanics is just their basic understanding of how a human moves. When
So
it's
for a
closer to the
layman-
camera, it's not as accurate.
So for a
because you
layman,
can
it
see
just
it
looks
all.
uncanny.
No,
Yeah,
it just
well,
looks wrong.
It's just
Right.
wrong. Wrong
Yeah.
is the answer.
Right.
I was just
Okay,
being nice.
so- What if, and this is just if you can't fix it, if it remains looking weird. What if
I'll be able to
as he
fix
gets-
it. Like,
Right. I'm still gonna say this though, but whenever he gets closer to the camera, just have like a couple infection forms scuttle past the camera towards him, and he just jumps over him.
No, that doesn't work.
Okay.
Because
that defeats the
because
point
if
of
it's
this shot.
yeah, because if it's wrong, it won't work for the jump, because that's mechanics still. Mechanic is just think of it like if I don't know how would you explain body mechanics in a way that's
No, I get it. I'm
Yeah.
just saying to occlude him to hide that it doesn't look good.
oh I see
You know what I mean?
See your photo carrot.
I see what you're saying.
I'm actually stopped the stream here because it's gone 2 in the morning. Thank you everyone who is watching. I will
Also,
be
how
streaming
dark is it
again
gonna be? Would you
in
even be able to see?
the week. Let's raid. See everyone. Have a good evening or morning or wherever it is where you guys are.
It's 8 o'clock for me right now, at night.
Jeez.
This fucking guy, 8 o'clock.